Hi, I'm Maria, founder of Batik Legacy. Batik is my passion, and in this video, I will show you how to make batik. Enjoy the video.
Batik is a process of decorating fabric using wax and dye techniques. It was founded more than 2,000 years ago, and it has been practiced for centuries in many parts of the world, including China, India, Japan, South America, and Europe. Batik made its way to Indonesia through the Silk Route from Africa, through Egypt, China, and India. It became one of the oldest art forms in Indonesia. Several of the world's finest batiks are made in Indonesia, specifically on Java Islands. The word batik originates from the Javanese words amba, means handwritten, and tik, which means to dot, because originally it was created by dotting the fabric with wax. Batik is made on top of a cloth surface, but the technique can also be used on other surfaces. Batik designs were created with meaning and powerful symbolism, and some compositions were restricted to certain people, such as the royal family, its courts, servants, and government officials. The motifs of the parang rusak, semen gede, kawung, and udan riris are the batik motifs used by royalty and courtiers in royal ceremonies and celebrations. Batik is part of an ancient tradition in Java and has been handed down from generation to generation, usually from a mother to her daughter. Batik was also a pastime for young women of noble birth, and it was essential for princesses to have this skill. A princess would meditate and pray before she made many months of long and meticulous batik for future generations. 3 types of batik that are based on its techniques. Number 1, Batik TULIS. It is the most traditional form of batik. It is an expensive and time-consuming type. Batik TULIS has a similar pattern on both sides of the cloth, and only trained eyes can see the difference between the front and the back sides. Number 2 is Batik Chap. Batik Chap is made by stamp. This way, batik can be produced faster in large quantities. The front side of Batik Chap is more apparent than the back side. And lastly, batik printing. Batik printing is the fastest and the cheapest way to create a batik design because it is created with a machine by printing the wax design onto the fabric. The backside of batik printing is sometimes non-existent. To make batik, crafters need to have these essential materials and tools. Wax, or in Javanese called malam. Batik melted wax is a mixture of beeswax, paraffin, coconut oil, and several resins. The mixture differs from one crafter to another because they considered it a family secret. Natural dyes. Natural dyes are eco-friendly and said to make fabric softer. Canting. Canting is a pan with different sizes of spouts used to transfer hot wax into the fabric. Copper stamps. The stamp is made out of copper with an intriguing design that was used to replace canting. In this documentary, we will follow the batik process made in Cirebon. Cirebon is a small town in West Java, and it is also one of the most famous batik places in Indonesia. Batik making in this town is still processed in traditional ways. no machinery, and no modern tools. Many crafters in Cirebon are family businesses. One batik crafter from Cirebon, Arif Azwar Lesmana, has been doing batik for more than 9 years and involved many of his families and neighbors in his business. He included his nephew Sopian, or Ian, who is engaged in end-to-end design process. Ian will also explain the process of batik making in this documentary.
Halo.
Halo,
Apa kabar, Mas?
kabar baik.
Namanya siapa, Mas?
Nama saya Sopian, saya biasa dipanggil Ian.
Asalnya dari mana, Mas?
Saya lahir dan besar di Cirebon.
Terus ini produksinya produksi siapa ya, Mas?
Betul sekali, ini produksi batik punya keluarga kita sendiri.
Terus yang di belakang ibu-ibu itu siapa ya?
Nah, kalau misalkan ibu-ibu yang ini, dia masih sekitaran tetangga di sini kok, yang bisa bantu-bantu bikin batik juga.
Ini ibunya lagi ngapain ini yang di
Ini
sebelah
prosesnya lagi menembok, namanya tembokan.
Tembokan
Kalau
itu apa ya, Mas?
Tembokan itu jadi penutupan buat lilin, buat warna selanjutnya. Ini motifnya sama semua, Kakak. Jadi kalau misalkan motifnya mau dibeda-bedain juga bisa, tergantung permintaan customer gitu. Ini kain dasarnya itu bukan coklat, dari dasarnya itu kainnya putih, terus ini bisa coklat kayak gini. Ini perpaduannya karena dia di pewarna obat namanya.
Oh, jadi diwarnain dulu baru dikasih malam ini.
Betul, dipewarnain dulu, habis itu nanti penutupan pakai lilin. Habis pakai lilin nanti dipewarnain lagi. Begitupun selanjutnya.
Berapa kali ini dikasih malam?
Bisa prosesnya 3 sampai 4 kali bisa. Kalau misalkan batik cap ini waktunya bisa nyampe 1 minggu lah bisa.
Glengreng. Glengreng is a process of creating batik patterns on a piece of linen cloth using hot wax poured through a tool called CANTING. Isen batik are tiny motifs used to fill in within the outlines of the key motifs to make batik more attractive and beautiful. NEMBOK. NEMBOK is a process to cover certain designs with hot wax to protect the design from being dyed. NGOBAT. NGOBAT is a process of dipping the cloth in a dye solution after it has been covered by hot wax. NYALUP. NYALUP refers to the process of soaking the cloth in barrels filled with a natural or chemical dye solution. This process can take days or months, depending on the complexity of the designs. NGLOROD. NGLOROD refers to the process of removing the wax by washing the cloth in hot boiled water mixed with a solution of sodium carbonate. After the wax has been removed, the cloth is washed in cold water. NJEMUR. NJEMUR refers to the process of drying cloth. This process may take 1 to 2 days depending on the weather. Once dried, the cloth should be neatly folded and stored in a dry place away from the direct sunlight. Finished batik can be used for many purposes. Many fashion designers have started their design work by using batik in their design. They created numerous designs of batik clothes that are very sophisticated and modern. Batik with everyday designs are now worn regularly in business and academic settings or other formal and non-formal events in Indonesia.
Isn't it amazing to know how batik was made? Batik is a very complicated process. Sometimes it takes days, weeks, even months. I hope you can learn about batik and its journey from this video because we enjoyed making it. See you next time.